Hello YouTube, this is Dark bringing you another Koolo video. This is a Diablo 2 resurrected bot working for both online and single player. I've already done a previous video to this on where to download or build Koolo, and now we're just going to go through the setup process in this second part of extracting it and basically going through all the settings. So once you have your zip file, you can extract it to wherever you like. I created a new folder. You don't have to. You can put it on your desktop wherever you feel like. Open up Koolo, and then we're going to run koolo.exe. Make sure that you run this as admin. And if you get a pop-up for your firewall, make sure that you allow it through the firewall if you want to use this on battle.net. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So keep that in mind. So the first settings that we need to set up are we need to tell Koolo where our Diablo 2 resurrected path is. We also need to tell it where our Diablo 2 LOD 1.13c path is. And yes, you absolutely need both, as it says. Otherwise, this bot will not work. So you do need the old Diablo and you do need the current Diablo 2 resurrected. So for me, this is where I installed Diablo 2 1.13c. So I'm going to fill that in. And then I have Diablo 2 resurrected right here. I have this on my SSD for a little bit faster start times. All we're going to do is we're going to click up here when we find the main folder. So not folders inside of the folders, the main folder for Diablo 2 Resurrected right here. And then we're going to paste that into our Diablo 2 Resurrected path. And then we also have an option for centralized pickets. Centralized pickets are going to be very similar, in fact, exactly similar to Colbot and Natal, where you just have a folder that has all the pickets in it. And then every character would use those pickets rather than having individual pickets for each character. With Koolo, you can tell it to use individual pickets rather than using these customized or centralized rather pickets. So whichever one of those you want to do, again, that's not something I'm really going to get into in this particular part. I may mention it in the latter parts of the videos. We'll see. But link in the description if you need to understand what pickets are and how they work. And basically, they're the exact same thing that Colbot and Atoll do. All right, next we have use custom game settings, auto reposition game windows, and debug mode. These are all by default selected. I've had good luck with leaving these selected and it working just fine. So I would suggest that you do the same. I also would suggest that you click save screenshot on error. This will help you see the errors in case it closes or crashes or does anything where you can't actually tell what it is that's happening. This will help with that. And then we have a couple of final options, which is we can integrate this into Discord or Telegram. And what that would do is it would let you know on that channel that you're designating that the bot is creating new games, new runs, finishing runs, chicken and death. As you can see here, you can have all that selected. I'm not going to do that right this second, but if that's something you guys want to see, let me know. I'm basically just going to go over like a basic setup. Hopefully a cut, trimmed down version of how to get this running without going too in depth into the weeds, what I would consider the weeds of stuff like Discord integration, because it's not necessary to use this to get the bot working. Anyway, hopefully if you have that all right, when you click save, you won't get an error. If you do get an error, you need to recheck the paths for Diablo 2 Resurrected and for Diablo 2 1.13c and make sure those are correct. You also need to be absolutely certain that you are using the proper Diablo file. I know for me, I have like 16 installations of Diablo 2 on my computer. So that basically translates to you could get the wrong one. So just make sure you have the right one. It has to be Diablo 2 LOD version 1.13c. It cannot be any other version. It will not work. Okay, and then next we're going to set up the character for Koolo.